take you to the time when life took it the next level in evolutionary innovations. It is 423 million years ago during the late Silurian in what is now China, right after Earth was hit by the first of the 5 major mass extinction events 20 million years earlier that started the period. Life thrives yet again in these warm, shallow waters. Many of the non-white cephalopods that dominated back in the Ordovician were still present, but their role seems to have been greatly diminished since the extinction event, and they no longer quite reach the sizes they used to. However, these waters also happen to be home to true evolutionary pioneers, which would be some of the earliest jawed fish, like this armored fish or placoderm called Entelognathus. Entelognathus, along with many of the other fish present at this time, still being fairly small, as it measures only about a measly 8 inches in length, but is thanks to its jaws that allows them to eat more than just plankton or feed on the bottom by feeding on the other small animals in its environment. The fins it has besides its tail help it move more efficiently through the water and make it more agile. The largest vertebrate at this time being the bony lobed fin fish named Megamastax that measures at 3 feet long, making it the earliest vertebrate apex predator found to date. The oceans are mostly ruled by the sea scorpions or eurypterids now, like the punitive-sized Hughmilleria at only 8 inches, while others like Pterygotus that can grow to at least over 5 feet in length, this period being the golden age of the sea scorpions. Moving on to dry land, during this time, life has now made it even further inland, as once there was mostly small plants resembling mosses or liverworts that usually stayed next to the shore, that grew no taller than the ankle compared to a person. Now there exists a new ecosystem dominated by these giant fungi resembling giant stumps or mounds that grow to 26 feet high, named Prototaxides. New freshwater environments have formed inland by creating an interlocking network of rivers and streams. This has allowed many animals to follow plants and fungi onto land and make themselves at home here. This includes some sea scorpions or fish even. Animals like centipedes or millipedes and early arachnids called Trigonotarbids inhabit the undergrowth beneath both the giant towering fungi and early vascular plants like Hughmilleria. Returning back to the sea are these jawless fish or agnathins called Dunyu. This group of fish being the most prominent group around back during the Ordovician, their armor heads being their defense against the new groups of fish that share these waters, which include the placoderms like Entelognathus that also possess armor plating, and bony fish like Megamastax that are both much swifter and more agile. There is also yet another new group of fish that is starting to become very prevalent at this time, which are called acanthodians, which are nicknamed spiny sharks, because of a close connection to cartilaginous fish, but yet are not really true sharks at all. It seems otherwise that the acanthodians, just like the eurypterids, are having their moment to shine. This fairly small one, being called Nostolepis, could be found in oceans all over the planet. Compared to most of the other fish at the time, most of them were able to mostly look for prey out in open water because of the way they are built, as opposed to mostly bottom feed like most of the agnathins or placoderms at this time. The Dunyu, among other agnathins, have to deal with danger at every corner before reaching a safe place into fresh water. It seems this Dunyu was lucky enough to make it into the rivers inland, but it could still face some predators inland too. This was the time of some major evolutionary milestones in the working.